Yeah, welcome back to part two from Shelob's Lair, right? The Tower of Sirth Ungol and Shelob's Lair. You know, I don't know how you guys do it. I see so many of you guys that manage to whittle these things down to 5 or 6 minutes, and you focus on a very tiny position of what you got to say. And maybe you don't go off into rambling rants like I do. Well, okay, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Keeping in mind what I was talking about, it said that Shelob, be careful with her because she has a fate, just like Darth Vader in Star Wars. You can't kill Darth Vader or the Emperor because they have a role to play up the way, and we know how their end comes, and you shouldn't change it for the canon's sake. If you change it radically and you have a player whack these guys, hey, but your world just completely divorced from the original canon or the current canon, however you want to look at it, I guess. Anyway, keep in mind that she's a coward and will flee without hesitation if she thinks she might be in real danger. As I keep saying, this is my opinion. This all or nothing mindset of most people, GMs, majority of the GMs, when I pick a bunch of kobolds or orcs or goblins or bugbears or whatever as a foe for the party to overcome, at some point, it's the same thing when I run into GMs who run this in the city environment, where thugs or rogues or local guards encounter the PCs and they press the issue. At some point, the battle turns against them. Shouldn't they run away? Shouldn't they throw themselves on the ground and plead for mercy from the PCs if they can't run away? Do they not have intelligence? Are they not have some ingrained sense of self-preservation, the survival mode that says, I don't want to die? Come on, even kobolds, which are considered cowardly, goblins even more so, are going to run away when they're outnumbered, or they're outpowered, or totally surprised, or you're up a party of 5 goblins and you kill 2 of them in the first round. The other 2 are going to blink, gasp. Some of them might throw their weapons on the ground, but they're all going to turn and run tail because they're not stupid. Why would you play them like they're just some mindless chatter? There are some beasts that won't back down. There are some entities that will not give up unless you destroy them. But generally speaking, majority of them, no. And I've always played that. There's no reason for an encounter to end in constant blood, mayhem, and death at every point. If you kill outright in a few rounds and they have no chance to flee, fine. But you know what? We're back to an argument on the alignment and stuff. So if I have an encounter and I best them and the rest of them start to run away, do we shoot them in the back as they're running away? Do we hunt them down mercilessly and slaughter them? What kind of alignment is that? What kind of personality is that? Are we that aggressive? Do we in some games we develop infamy. We can develop a reputation, which can be bad because if it comes back around where the other guys say, look, we got to kill these guys because they ain't going to give us no quarter. We're going to ambush them. We're going to set them up, right? We're going to get an assassin or something because you can't take these guys head on, and they don't know when to quit. Even when they're winning, they don't have any mercy. Not very good for a lawful good character to not have mercy, right? I'm just saying. Anyway, physical overview, overland travel, the Tower, Sirth Ungol, Shelob's Lair. I don't need to go any in depth in that because you've seen the movies, you read the books, you know damn well what I'm talking about. But when we got into prominent individuals in the Tower, this is back when Gondor was in control of it. Here some of the people that are running things, or the head captain, and here's a mage of the Tower. And this person's actually very rare because she's a half elf. Camlay half elven, rare. Their blueprints and stats for the Tower itself. We've got a good visual representation of that from the movie, but we only see bits and pieces of it, and it's mostly dark and gloomy looking when we do see it. But there's still some, potential, right? And like I said before, as a lazy GM, I've used these things. While I may not have played the campaign, or I may not use the setting, I have used the premise of the module for the setting. In other game systems, I've used the blueprints, for the buildings, the layouts, the towns, the encounters, the cave systems, the dungeons, and because it's convenient, it's just simpler and easier for me to grab one of these things and not have to spend 20 hours of precious time during the week focusing on creating something from scratch. This is the same reason why I'm a big believer having an inventory or a library of this stuff. So when you do create things from scratch, you can go back and retool them, reuse them. Why waste them over and over again, right? So when we get our traditional 3 to 4 adventures in here, and the lowest level to the highest level, a mid-level, 2nd to 7th level party with evil adventurers, rescue from the tower, assault on Shelob's Lair, keeping in mind you're not supposed to actually kill her, let her escape, the blueprints for her lair, Tower of Surth Ungle and Other Times, the Ring of Axdrill, the Tower After the Fall of Sauron, a 4th Age adventure, Tablets of Dark Knowledge, rings some potent magic things that are laying around here apparently, like here's a Gilligar's Star of Battle sword. Position Ventors, at the time the captain of the tower was wearing it. Gilligar said to have given it to the house of Axdrill by Isildur himself, forged with purest mithril, its hilt sheathed in mother of pearl and ruby embedded in its pommel. Gildegar is a broadsword of surpassing beauty and is an enchanted weapon, plus 20 to hit. Be a plus 5 weapon if you look at it from D&D's perspective, or plus 2 depending on how you want to divide it. It possesses medium intelligence and will cast a deflection spell up to 3 times a day. Negative 100 on the attack of any single missile directed at the wielder of Gildegar, which would be a negative 10 in the D&D or the D20 system. The sword will also detect invisible foes as an essence spell as the wielder's command 3 times a day. See? Nice little magic doohickey. So, right, a couple more breakdowns and what have you. Like I said, sorry we ran on a little bit of a rant and rave on this first half of this thing, but Shelob's Lair is a good addition to anybody's workshop, shelf, toolbox. If nothing else, it's a good read. It's informative, right? Till we move on to the next one. Thank you for putting up with my dribble and rambling diatribes, right? Hey,